you might have noticed that I was sitting here and I had my eyes closed. Well, what I was doing was I was doing like kind of this mini meditation while I was sitting here, imagining this sense of calm, washing over my body, and this, heart-like connection with you and, the viewers out there. And then another thing that I love doing is, shaking it off, like shake it off and imagine like those negative emotions just like coming right out of your fingertips,
Yeah,
and I think that's the same idea that you have with your Yaka dance, is that it helps you in this conscious evolution. And by the way, for the viewers out there, I just want to remind you that you are listening to Conscious Evolution Media with the Path to Joy and Prosperity show. My guest here is Mario Guerra, and I'm Ange Giddy, and thanks for being with us. So Mario, can you tell us a little bit more about the Yaka dance?
Sure, with pleasure. Yeah, well, I'll give you a short version first, and let you ruminate on it. The short version is that it's the outer expression of your inner energy. That's what I want to do with Yaka dance. Okay, it's the outer expression of your inner energy. And that's really vague, isn't it? Well, it could mean lots of things, but I mean, I'd like to expand on that. And for me, any movement is good. Any movement is therapy. It's like I was asked once, is what you do therapy? And yeah, sure, it's a form of therapy, because for me, as soon as your body begins to move, you're doing something which is useful, right? And the more vigorous your movement becomes, the more energy you put into your movement, the better it becomes for your health. The more you can get rid of, the more you can energize your body and detox it. So this is about, part Yaka dance, stage number one, I'll put it in 3 stages. Stage number 1 is about physical purification. So it's really detoxing through movement, through breathing, and doing that in a vigorous way. And doing it with music gets you to the second stage, where you get into the emotional, getting rid of emotional baggage, unneeded emotional stuff.
Yes.
And that with the music just, hooks right into that, and it supports you in the journey, right? And so there's physical, there's emotional, and then step number 3 is getting in touch with who you are. And I do that with meditations, I do that with incantations, and I do it with blindfold dancing, which is something I already spoke to you about.
Yeah, that one was interesting. And as you're saying this, it sounds very similar to, for example, when you're doing yoga, you're activating those, your whole body, and getting those juices flowing. And for those who can identify with the chakras, I actually do a yoga for the chakras, where like if you're doing the up dog, then you're opening up your heart, or things like that. And then the other thing that it does is, and that it reminded me of that with you describing the Yaka dance, is as you're moving your body in these different ways, it actually releases toxins that you have in your body, from your liver, and that you get from the foods we eat, the processed foods, the pollution in the air, everything like that. Secondly, the music, for me anyways, is a really, really important part of this. And like for example, this theme song for PLV Radio, for my show there, is Believe by Susie McNeil, and it talks about believe that you can move mountains and achieve it. And so when I was at a certain point in my journey, I listened to that song every single day on my way to work, and I would just belt it out, and it would just make me smile, and it would make me believe that that day I could accomplish anything.
Right.
Sort of like affirmations, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like the saying, if you say enough what you want to be, you become what you want to be, right?